Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This Big Coach Leonard Park, and I'm doing a small barbecue for me and the wife today. Not much, but we had the big old function over here on the 4th, and we did 7 slabs of ribs and 200 pieces of chicken, 200 pieces of sausage, and some wieners. But today, just doing a real small 2 slabs of ribs, about 10 pieces of chicken, and about 10 pieces of sausage. Just something small for me and the wife. We got a little leftover stuff. And I say, hey, it's been 14 days, 15 days since the 4th. So we're gonna get on out here and do a little small barbecue. Okay, so let me show you how to get my fire started first. Show you how to get my fire started. We starting off with some pecan wood. Got a real big piece of pecan wood right there. Gonna put it in the back of my grill. Now when I put it in, I'm gonna put my point up. See on that triangular piece of wood. Gonna put that point up and put this one right next to it, leaving that space in the middle right there, as you can see. Another space in the middle. My last piece of wood, I'm kind of leaning it on there. Space in the middle. Now in my spaces in the middle, I'm gonna come with my coals. Now, I'm gonna put my coals in between. Put my coals in between so they can help my wood get started. Just like that. It's just something I learned, one thing about barbecuing, you experiment. Sometimes it come out good, sometimes it don't. But this is something that really helped my wood get started by putting them coals in between my pieces of wood. Now that's pecan wood, like I said before. I got a little pecan in the back. I got a little oak. So we gonna roll with a little pecan and oak today. So one or two of them pieces of oak. And I like working with different kinds of woods, all different kinds of woods. Okay, now, it's another little trick I learned. So I got my coals in here, and I put it in the middle now. One thing is something about putting it in the middle, and y'all gonna see. Now, got some mesquite. Just something to go buy a little mesquite wood chip, and I put them wood chips on top. And I mix my woods. Mix my wood so you get a real good flavor. This is a little apple. You think about an old apple tree. Get that apple, them wood chips gonna help this big old pieces of pecan and oak get started. And it's giving a different flavor. We'll save some of that apple for next time. And then I'm gonna come with old reliable hickory, man. So we went with mesquite or Texas wood. And we're gonna come with some hickory. You say, man, that's 5 different woods. Yes, sir. We got 5 different woods in here. So we got pecan, we got oak, we got mesquite, we got apple, and then we come with a little hickory. So that's all this gonna give the meat a little different flavor, and we're gonna make you say, woo! Like that Italian, when you bite into that Italian food, you're getting all different kind of flavors. So watch out now. Some people say that's too much. Not for the people who eat my food. They love it. All right, so we got this going. We'll get this fire going. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the grill back on here. Make sure the grill is real clean while the fire is helping clean the grill. All right, and then we're gonna get this to turn white and we're gonna get our meat on it. All right. Next thing we'll have is our dry rub for our meat. Now see, I got my fire going and my wood chips gonna help my big wood out. Okay, now what I'm gonna do while my fire's going, I'm gonna put my grill on top right there. Now, one thing you notice is the little wood chips are helping out a lot with the big pieces of oak and pecan. Now, and the coals are going to get started off, so I got this from the hardware store, Tractor Supply. It's a double brush. So a lot of people ain't never seen a double brush like this, but they got them at Tractor Trailer Supplies where you're getting 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 with your brush. Now what I'm gonna do, now I already put some Dawn dishwashing liquid on my grill, and I scrubbed it off pretty good, top and bottom. But what I wanna do is, I wanna use some of this heat to clean my grill. Because what we are not gonna have is people getting sick from some bad meat. So we're gonna make sure we clean this grill real good, and we're gonna let that heat help us out and get that grill going real good so it can be clean. Okay, as you can see, our wood chips are starting to turn white. They're gonna make the coals turn white, and they're gonna also make the big pieces of pecan and oak wood turn white. So what we're gonna do, we're getting close to being able to put some meat on this grill. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it down. We're gonna hit it a couple more times. Oh, we clean, we good and clean. We're ready for some meat to go on this grill. All right. Now, little trick of mine, real simple. Little Pam spray. Be careful around fire with this, but because you don't want to spray it in there, because it will turn into a little blowtorch. But I spray my grill down, especially where I'm gonna put my meat at. Now you see I'm spraying on the outside, I'm not spraying in the middle, because I'm not gonna be grilling. I'm gonna be more smoking and smoking this meat. But I will put it in the middle for some things, but not today. So that's where my meat gonna be. I don't want my meat to stick on my grill. So, you know, got that. And now I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put, just to make sure it's not hot. You don't want no accidents. Get your hand burnt. Okay, my grill, we ready. We ready for some meat on that grill. We're gonna put meat over here. We're gonna put meat over here initially, and we're gonna close it down and just let it smoke. You know, I'm gonna let it go for about 2 hours. You know, these ribs, and just let it smoke. We're gonna start off with the ribs. Then we're gonna come back, we're gonna wrap the ribs up in aluminum foil and let them go in the middle and put some chicken and sausage on. Let that go for an hour. Put barbecue sauce on everything and let that go for another hour or 30 minutes, and we're gonna be finished. But this is about ready. So let's go in and see the dry rub on the meat that we did. Okay, now we finna season our meat up. We cleaned our meat, and we're gonna season it up. After we season it up with a little dry rub, you know, a lot of people, they go with honey and mustard. Sometimes I done marinated my meat overnight, but today doing something a little different that y'all gonna see. First I went with my dry rub. I got 2 slabs of ribs I got left over from the 4. I got, like I said, about 10 to 12 pieces of chicken, and I got about 10 to 12, 16 pieces of sausage. So that's what we're cooking today. Real simple cook. Should last about 4 hours. So we're looking at 8:27, 8:30 right now. Hopefully we'll be finished at 12:30. Ready for lunch. Ready for lunch. I got a very good situation in my house. My wife, she do all my seasoning and all my cleaning of my meat. So while I'm out there getting my fire ready, we done defrosted the meat overnight, and she seasoned it up for me. It saved me some time. It don't put all the work on me. All right, so we're gonna put these 2 slabs of ribs on the grill, so it's ready, and we're gonna let them start smoking. We're gonna come with chicken later. We're gonna cover that back up, and we're gonna put these back in the freezer. I'm gonna show you a little unique tip I do when I'm smoking my sausage, okay? Boy, gotta close that door. My wife be getting on me about closing that door. She don't like no flies in her house. Woo! You don't want no flies around the food anyway. Okay, like you say, you see the fires getting going. The coals are starting to turn white. Our big piece of wood haven't turned white yet, but they will. Promise you they will with the coal. So we got 1 slab of ribs right here on the left side. I'll put my next slab of ribs right here on that right side, bone down. Now you see all the good seasoning right there. We're gonna clean this off. We don't want no flies. Now this is what you see. If I wanted to flame broil some burgers, I'm gonna put them in the middle right here. But I don't want that. I want to slow cook these ribs. I done sprayed my grill with the Pam spray. They're not gonna stick to the grill. I'm gonna put this down, and we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll for 2 hours. This old grill that a high school kid made for me in 1991. Anthony Dixon. Shout out to you, Anthony Dixon. I just want to show you. It's 30 years later, and this grill's still going. I done had to redo the face on it about 4 times. My grill, but the main part of the body is intact. I get a little support beams on the bottom, but 30 years later, it's still going. A grill that I got done at a Swimmer High School welding department. I paid a student to do the grill for me. I bought the supplies. He got a grade for it. He got an A for doing the grill. I gave him $50 for doing the grill, and I think this grill cost me $50. So you gotta know your grill, because you gotta know how it heats up, how much heat when it heats up, and you gotta know what meat you're putting on it. But it's all about getting used to your grill, you know. And then tricks of the trade, like how I started my fire, that's gonna be different on every grill. That's gonna be different on every grill. Okay, well look, we're gonna let this go for 2 hours. Then we're gonna wrap it up in aluminum foil, put some chicken, some sausage on there. And 2 hours in, halfway into the cook, we're gonna wrap these 2 slabs up. Okay, we 1 hour into our cook. Now y'all see our smoke how it's coming out. It's not a thick white smoke. It's a light white smoke. Almost like a clear smoke, but you can see it. And that's because we're only using the middle of the grill with our coals and our wood, okay? So let's see how the meat is looking after 1 hour. Okay, so it's starting to sweat. The coals and the chips are catching. Some of our big wood is starting to catch. All right, and the meat is looking real good after 1 hour. After 1 hour on the grill. Hey, we're gonna let it go another hour, then we're gonna wrap it in some aluminum foil. All right. Okay, we're about a little bit over 2 hours into our cook. And you see we still got the nice slow smoke. All right. All right, a little bit more smoke because the big logs are starting to catch on a little bit. But we're gonna take this meat off and we're gonna wrap it in some aluminum foil to give it like a steam cook. Y'all see the really good color right there. All right, now we're gonna take our grill off. Leave that right there. All right, cut our grill off. Okay, and now we took our meat off the grill. It's looking real nice. We're halfway there. We're halfway there on our cook. Ribs are looking real nice, okay? Now we've done one slab already, and I've done one side. So what we basically do is we get some of this sweet margarine or butter. I go with parquet, and look, we're gonna put it on that meat right there. That's gonna melt and cook that meat. Then we come with a little brown sugar. We'll put that brown sugar on second. It's a little brown sugar. And all this gonna melt anyway. And then we come with a little honey. Oh man, gonna give it a sweet taste. Now you think about we using smoky mesquite and hickory and oak. Now we're getting the sweetness on the meat. Okay, so basically cover that up like that. Cover that up like that. Put that right there. Put that right there. Now our grill is finna get real busy. It's finna get real busy right now. We're in the last 2 hours of our cook. And we got a few things to do to make it work. Okay, and that's that. Now we know about our chicken. We know about our chicken. Our chicken is ready. Okay, so we're gonna have ribs going and chicken going, but y'all gonna see where the middle of the grill is finna be used now. Okay, come on over here a little bit. Now, on this side, we got a tray of ice. Now, you know, you always, when you cook, you experiment a little bit. So we're gonna take this right here. We got some cheddar cheese right here. We're gonna smoke this cheddar cheese. I'm experimenting now. It's something new for me. We got some pepper jack cheese. I'm not a big pepper jack fan, but my mama gonna love this pepper jack cheese because I'm gonna give her some crackers and she gonna have some company over and she gonna use that cheese. So you got cheddar cheese, you're gonna smoke it. Pepper jack cheese, we're gonna smoke it. And mozzarella, we're gonna smoke it. And it's gonna get that cheese a smoky flavor. Now we got ice in the pan, so it won't cook too fast. We don't want it to cook too fast. And we're gonna probably have to redo the ice in about 15, 30 minutes. We'll have to redo the ice because it's gonna cook fast. Okay, now last thing is my sausage. Now my sausage are frozen. Now, you say, why you cooking frozen? Why you let them thaw? And didn't want the sausages to thaw out. Wanted them to stay frozen. So these are frozen sausages. And I'm a little problem here cutting it open. And I like to cook my sausage just like that. Now, why you cook them frozen? Just a trick I done learned. Just if they're frozen and you put them on the grill frozen, they cook inside and they cooking outside. Because the ice inside of them turn into crystals and they cook the meat inside. And also you get your meat cooked outside. So what you get? You get a real moist sausage and tender sausage. So the grill gonna be real busy. We're gonna have ribs in the middle. We're gonna have cheese on the right. We're gonna have chicken and sausage on the left. Try to not make that meat touch. Some people don't like their meat touching each other. We're gonna see how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna make it work. And let's go outside and let's clean our grill up one more time. Let's clean our grill up one more time before we put this meat on, okay? Okay, now we're ready to put our meat back on our grill. Like I said, it's gonna be real busy, real full for these next 2 hours of cooking. As you can see, my charcoals is all white. It got a little air, so they starting to fire up. So it's almost time to put that back down. So I'm gonna hit this real quick and just knock that rib meat off of there. Clean it up a little bit. Real hot in that middle now. Remember that middle is hot. That middle is where all the fire is at. We're gonna use that middle now. Just a real quick little clean. Okay, right there. Then we get our Pam spray. And just so once again, don't want my meat to stick. I've been grilling about for 35 years now. And so I learned the true tricks of the trade since I've been doing it. So now we got our grill. Let's go with a little more hickory. I think we got a real good fire right there. So we're gonna go with a little more hickory just so this meat and this cheese sausage get a real good smoke flavor. So we're gonna add some more hickory in here. Real good smoke flavor, which we probably didn't have to do that. But it's gonna get that fire really going and that smoke really going also. I'm gonna save this for my next cook. And guess we do. You see it's starting to smoke up, that's good. We're gonna let that fire go for a little while because it's going to burn them wood chips. Okay, so we got it going real good right now. First thing we're gonna do, get them gloves back on. Okay, we done beefed our fire back up. We're gonna put these ribs in the middle. They're gonna sweat. They're gonna sweat and they're gonna steam cook. And this is gonna be something nice to see. They already sweating in there, just with them wrapped. And that's gonna make them ribs really cook good. We're gonna bring that over just a little bit. We're gonna put our cheese on the back. You don't want to expose it too much. There we go. That's it. That's it. The chicken's going pretty good. We're gonna put them up here. That's gonna be good. And then our last thing is our sausage. It's real busy. It's real busy now. Frozen sausage. Not gonna take long. Not gonna take long. All right, real busy grill right here. Okay, we're 3 hours into our cook right now. We're going into our last hour. Let's see how our ribs are starting to look. They should be almost finished. Okay, so move the cheese off because the fire was a little too hot. So all right, the sausage starting to take place. Our chicken gonna be starting to swell up a little bit, which is good. Good on the chicken. And we're gonna take those ribs in, and we're gonna go on and sauce them ribs up. If we letting them slow cook, I'm gonna get my fire going again, a little bit more fire. So I'm gonna put some more wood chips on, get a real good fire for these sausage and these ribs. The ribs, let's see how these ribs look. Coming together, look at that. Coming together nicely. We're gonna put the barbecue sauce on it. We're gonna let them go for 30 minutes to another hour, and we should be in good shape with these. So, woo, gotta watch that, boy. That aluminum foil is hot. Ooh, yes indeed, it's hot. And hot potato hands for that. I need me a dish towel. So we're gonna take this on out and we're gonna bring this in the house. Okay, we got our ribs off the grill and they are looking great. They are looking great. Now pull some of this off. That's honey and brown sugar and a little butter. It's real. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the glaze that you have on a ham. When your mama do a glaze for a ham and she have that pineapple juice and all that, that's what that glaze remind me of. But I pulled that off because it's gonna make some more in a few minutes because we still got about 30 more seconds to go with this. So I'm gonna, I got two different kind of barbecue sauce I mixed together right here. Now, you know, on them sauces, what you gotta do with your sauce is, what I found out is, you gotta do a little sweet, a little smoky, maybe a honey, and like a Cattleman's, that's a good smoky barbecue sauce. A good sweet would be a Sweet Baby Ray's or Kraft Honey. You know, you put them together, and ooh, especially some Swedish meatball. Boy, if you can put all them together, it makes for a good Swedish meatball. But you see, we're gonna do the top and the bottom. Now, they got two kind of ways you do your ribs. Some people like to cut their rib up and put their barbecue sauce on it. Now, the benefit of that is that your ribs, you get the inside of your ribs too. But it's a lot of work. You're gonna have to cut them up eventually anyway. But right now, this is real, it's gonna be a little better for us because we're gonna rewrap these and put them back for 30, 40 more minutes. So that's why we don't wanna cut them up right now. But we could cut them up and then put them on the grill. So we're gonna do both sides. We're gonna rewrap them and then we're gonna go with them. But a couple tricks when you get 2 or 3 barbecue sauces, you mix them together. You get the sweet, the spicy, and the smoky. Ooh, you talking about what we done did with these ribs. I mean, they'll take you to the whole process. Dry rub seasoning, mesquite wood, pecan wood, oak wood, apple wood, and hickory wood. That's 4 different flavors. The dry rub is a flavor. Then you come back with 2 different barbecue sauces, which is for us today is a smoky and a sweet. You got honey and you got brown sugar. Woo! You might say, might be a little overkill, but for my taste buds and for the people that eat my ribs, it ain't no overkill. All right, hey, we almost to the finish line. Maybe 30 minutes to 40 minutes to go. Okay, we 4 hours into our cook now. I think these ribs are ready. We're still doing a little chicken outside, and we're still doing a little sausage outside. We're letting them go. We can tuck the ribs off the grill. We're gonna see how they came out. Let's see here. All right, looking real good right there. If y'all saw the time, 4 hours. Ribs looking real good here. Let's see what we're working with right here. Oh yeah, it's a little hot. Let's get that help. Looking at a rib, cook real good. Now we're gonna slice these up, and then, just for great taste, we're gonna put that little sauce on the side now. But these ribs are ready. We're gonna slice them up, put a little sauce on the side. Man, that's a good looking rib. Let's see here. Tender. Smell of mesquite. Taste the hickory. You still the sweet. That could be the barbecue sauce. That could be the honey. That could be this. It could be the applewood. And wow, it's a good job. Just 2 slabs. You know, now you think about if I was cooking 7 slabs, I wouldn't have put as much tender love and care on 7 slabs. So these 2 slabs, 4 hours of cooking. I think I did a great job. Man, at least going by the little piece I just tasted. Woo! Wow. Look, watch this. Look at this. I tell you a lot right there. It's coming off that bone. Oh, man. Man. Look at that. Ooh-wee. So I'm gonna cut these ribs up. Then I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna look at my chicken and my sausage. They're not gonna take that long, but I'm still slow cooking that too. I ain't in no rush. We looking at 12:30. Maybe we eat at 1 or 2, 1:30, 2 o'clock. My wife done some macaroni and cheese and some baked beans. But look, she ain't did no big old block of cheese macaroni and cheese. She done a box of macaroni and cheese, 1 can of baked beans, a medium-sized can of baked beans, just for me and her. I got a lot of meat here, so I am gonna take a little bit of this meat over to my neighbor just to get a impartial, neutral person sampling it. And by what I just taste on that rib, they gonna really enjoy it. Okay, it's Big Coach Leonard Parker. We're gonna go outside in a few minutes after I cut these ribs up, and check on that chicken and that sausage. Okay, we're y'all can see the little smoke still coming out, so it's still slow cooking. We're still slow cooking. Our ribs are done. We got them in a warmer right now. And oh man, we're gonna get ready. Let's see how this chicken and sausage looking. Woo. Oh, chicken and sausage looking good. Sausage is about done. You see some of them starting to pop open. Sauce them up a little bit. Oh man. They are ready. They'll be coming off in another 15 minutes. Right there, our chicken. Chicken looking good. I'm gonna go get a fork. A couple of them are, as you can see, a couple of them are a little too plump. So we wanna put a little fork on them and let that juice come out of them. And then we're gonna sauce them up. But everything is looking good. And 4-hour cook. Got out here at 8:30, started at 7 o'clock, getting my fire ready. 8 o'clock, started cooking, 12:30 right now. We're gonna slow cook this chicken and this sausage, and should be a good meal. Should be a good meal that ain't too much to do. The wife, she go back to work on Monday, and she don't have to cook Saturday or Sunday. That's gonna be great. And should be, should have enough barbecue to last us for 2 days. And it should be real good tomorrow after the seasoning soak in. Cheese melted a little bit, so I got to work the thing out with the cheese for as the heat, and having a hard block of cheese, and the cheese just smoking instead of cooking and melting. So I got to work that, but the cheese did come out with a smoke flavor. You see my dogs want to get outside to come get some of this meat, but they ain't getting none of this meat. All right, this Big Coach Leonard Parker from Parker Retirement Resort. We doing a small smoke barbecue. Smoked some ribs, real small barbecue. Me and the wife gonna take a little bit over to the neighbors, and just instead of cooking for 72 people, just cooking for 5. A big difference. Big Coach Leonard Parker signing off.